Component libraries are a new type of document added to Altium Designer 10 which make the creation and release of managed, unified components efficient and error-free. When creating Vault-managed components, the first step in the process is to release the symbols and footprints into the Vault. And after this step, the component library file is used to add the really important information to the component, parametric data such as values, tolerances, and links. You can save a lot of time and effort, especially with sets of the same types of components, by grouping them in the component library file. Once you have established a link to the Vault you're releasing components into, you can then link the group in the table to that existing folder in the Vault. Alternatively, if you create a new group and rename it, it will create a matching folder within the Vault upon release. For each component library, define the set of common parameters that all components within that library should have. In this example, I'm releasing capacitors to my satellite Vault, so I will include parameters for value in farads, tolerance as %, operating temperature range in degrees C, dielectric material, and case outline. I can create subgroups too. In my example, I want these to be used to categorize the components by their common case outlines: 0201, 0402, 0603, 0805, and so on. The real time-saving feature here is that I can predefine the value of each of these parameters for each group. So for these subgroups, I can predefine the case outlines accordingly. And for the entire set of parts, I'm setting the tolerance to 20%, which I can set for all the components by typing that value in the top level group. Likewise, I can set the actual schematic symbol and the PCB model links to footprints in the same way. This saves a ton of time and allows lots of standard components to be created in a short time, knowing that they all follow your defined specification. And for making the standard E192 chip resistor set, that's even easier to do using the right-click command, Generate Basic Chip Resistors. Of course, before you release these to your Vault, you can add whatever other parameters you need or modify the footprints and symbols to be used. Once you have released your components into the Vault, if you ever need to add a new parameter to a set of components, reopen the component library source file and make the changes there. And when you are ready to make the release, you can see a new revision of the modified components will be generated in the Vault. Once releases have been made from the component library file, you can also rename the folders which were created from the groups in the component library, and the components and groups will retain their links back to the Vault. Creating and managing bulk components in the Vault is more efficient and error-free than any other method using component library.